Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Cyclones will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to pass. It's Toure. He's got the back in the middle. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll give it to the back. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Fry. Finds finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to fire. A little release to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Well, they got a lot of trust in this running back on these big downs to go find a way to get it done. On that fourth down, that is a huge play in this game, and he delivers for his team.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're going to run it. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He has the first and still on his feet. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Reach it, fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Fry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defense.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying play action. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Runs through the tackle. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
On the move, it's Fry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside to hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Dead center perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Crosses the 30, he's got away. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Shakes off the defender. Brings him to the open. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Gives it on the option. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Turns it on in midfield. Wide open on the right. Inside the touchdown, Cyclones. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Teray. Here's a heat. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Sending the offense back out. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Fly. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so
This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Seems it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Powers through the defender. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
That's a big key to this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game of divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They want to run this quarterback. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Quick completion on the out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over, right there, better play by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolute shame. Missed it. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Back to pass, it's Teray. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Iowa State. The defense putting points on the board.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. kept it, and he's past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Plucks it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Fry. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And he is just engulfed at the
big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
It's complete to the left. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Cyclones will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
To the air, it's Teray. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now the play fake. Throwing right. put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Wants to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
Looking for a man. It's Teray. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They get the score and maybe a little extra time with the trainers in recovery after the game as a result of that hit.
He's going to be taking an ice bath after this game. This is a physical defense, and this quarterback knew coming into this game he was going to have to make plays like that. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew he was going to get punished, but you're just seeing so much maturity. So impressive watching this quarterback play from the pocket.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Slips a tackle. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Bringing it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown time.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for two, when not to go for two. Smart decision. Second half, being up by one doesn't help. Getting that two-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Gets it out fast. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
This time, it's complete.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one, make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. But that's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big here.
And that's a big-time play for this team. Late in this football game, you're keeping that offense on their side of the field, not letting them do damage. Even when he gets outside the pocket, pursuing him and making him throw that football away.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Here's the pressure. Complete.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Demania. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds a man in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that one stings, man. You believe in your field goal unit. It is late in this football game. We needed this to tie the football game, and now, dude, the defense has to step up late. They got to get the football back and maybe get another opportunity down the stretch in this football game.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is...